You can find the age of your inventory using Gorilla_inventory_age. As always, check the documentation for the examples, for the syntax. It's always going to be the latest and the up-to-date. The best way to use inventory age is when you have a list of SKUs or ASINs and you want to break down and pretty much get the inventory age report from Seller Central instead of having to constantly export the results and copy and paste the information data. The most simplest formula is going to be equals underscore inventory age, and then the list, the range of the SKUs or the ASINs. This will produce a table, but it's not going to have any headers. It just gives you the results. And the reason is because if you want to say, don't need the entire table, but you just want a specific data point, like I saved this one here, but you can also get all the different data points from the documentation. So you can see over here, like the different ages between say 271 days to 365, what quantity is going to be charged for long-term storage fees, 12 months storage fees, etc., projected long-term storage fees. So all of this information here, you may not want everything. You may just want to say what the sell-through is, or just a particular day, for example. So this is the one that I copied in for this example. If I want to just grab, say, inventory age 91 to 180 days, what I would do is Gorilla_inventory age. I'm just going to click that for the SKUs, and let's say I just do down to here, that's fine, comma or semicolon if you're in Europe. Marketplace, no, I don't need marketplace. I just want US because it defaults to the US. I'm not doing a European account where I want to filter down by exactly, say, France, Italy, UK, Netherlands, etc. So I'm just going to skip that, comma, skip to the next one, condition. No, I don't really care whether it's a new or a used one. Data point. So this is what I'm interested in. So for the data point field, I'm going to just click on this because this is what I want to find. And header is not needed, so let's just keep it at that. So I'm just going to enter the list of SKUs and the data point inventory age 91 to 180 days. Close the formula, and then it's going to reload, and it's going to be able to pull in whether there's any SKUs or how many quantities of that particular SKU is currently in this inventory age group. Right now, this example shows 0 because none of these SKUs are in this range, but if I expanded it out to try and look for something, let's just do 200. Let me scroll down, see if anything comes up. Yep, here we go. I know that for this particular SKU, I've got 32 units. And for this one, I've got 5 units. For this one, I have 1 unit that is currently in 91 to 180 days. So that gives me a heads up knowing that I should either do a recall it back or dispose of it or whatever. Okay, delete that formula again. And so the default one isn't going to show a header, but if you want to see a full table with all the headers and everything, go up to the last one because the last point is the header section. So right now the default is set to false. You want to set this to true because if you look down here, optional, true to show header, false to not show it. Okay, so I'm going to skip to, okay, that's it. This one doesn't need quotation marks because it's a binary, it's a in coding and technical things, it's a Boolean, so it's either yes or no. So I just need to enter true. And then if that's the case, then it will create the table with the entire header, as you can see. One thing though is everything is now shifted because where I placed the formula, the first row is now a header. So if I want to line it up so that it matches, I have to actually, I'll delete this. I'm going to put this formula, I'm going to copy this or move this formula from here into here. And that will now line everything up so that the numbers match up against each of the SKUs that I've entered. Okay, so with this function, you can see all the different types of data points, etc. here. And again, if you don't need everything in one view, you can always pinpoint and just pull the data for one specific data point.